Hello, fellow Dragon Ball fans. This is the one, the only, Dragon Fist 900. And I'm joined by my co-host.
You know me, you love me. It's me, Juels.
And today's video request comes from Ivoltgaming. And he wanted us to do a rant on whether or not Broly is overrated. But in order to do this, we're going to have to combine it with the in-depth character analysis in order to give you guys an idea of who Broly is if you're not familiar. Just know that he is the legendary Super Saiyan.
So without further ado, let's dive right in.
Okay, so Broly is not official Dragon Ball canon because, due to the fact that he has only been featured in movies. But we figured that we would do canon characters as well as non-canon characters for the sake of this. For the sake of the analyses. So, okay, so the first movie Broly appeared in is movie number 8, in Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. I'm not kidding you, that's literally what it's called. But basically, so Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan is Broly's debut film, and I think, in my opinion, it's probably the best Broly movie, mostly because it's actually about the character of Broly and what makes him tick.
Well, the movie does have his name in the title.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, so the film opens with the Z finders at a picnic, and Vegeta is invited to be the king of this quote unquote new planet Vegeta by this mysterious Saiyan who goes by the name of Paragus. So they get to the planet and they meet Broly. But when Broly runs into Goku, you know what happens, right?
He loses his damn mind, so his father has to try to keep him in check so he doesn't blow everything.
Yeah, but due to Paragus' mind control bracelet, Broly cannot unlock his full power, and as a result, he basically looks at Goku, grits his teeth, grunts a little bit, and then Paragus under his breath tells Broly to stop, and Broly just stops. Yeah, but so we learn a little bit of Broly's backstory, and it's kind of one of the more tragic backstories in my opinion. Although, albeit making no sense whatsoever, but it's Dragon Ball Z, so I gotta give it a pass. So Broly, as it turns out, was born on the exact same day as Goku, and they slept in separate cribs that were right next to each other. Due to Goku's frequent crying, Broly, the baby Broly, basically developed a hatred for Goku, which will carry over through the next two Broly movies.
He took his sleep, so he's going to take Goku's life.
Exactly, that is how that meme goes. But basically, so Paragus rushes in and says that actually no, I think King Vegeta overhears from some of his soldiers that Broly was born with a power level of 10,000, which rivaled that of King Vegeta himself. So King Vegeta, thinking that Broly would pose a very great threat when he got older, attempted to have Broly slain.
So his father tried begging and pleading with King Vegeta to let him live, to be a great asset to Prince Vegeta, but King Vegeta doesn't listen and decides that they both should die. So he blasts him in the chest, thinking that they're both dead. And during the whole Frieza versus Bardock thing, where Planet Vegeta was being destroyed, Broly somehow wakes up and starts to float away. And then his father wakes up, grabs a hold of him, and floats away with him.
This leads to a period of ambiguity. We don't really know much about what happens to Broly after Planet Vegeta's destruction, but we do know that Broly does eventually unlock Super Saiyan and eventually even Legendary Super Saiyan, as at the beginning of the movie, he has destroyed most of the Southern Galaxy. But anyway, so Goku and so eventually, it is revealed that Paragus lured the Z Fighters to the quote unquote new planet Vegeta because it's on collision course with an asteroid. Oh, actually no, an asteroid is on collision course with it. And Paragus is hoping that the Z Fighters will be killed. The reason why he came to Earth in the first place was to
get revenge on King Vegeta. Since he's already dead, he decides to take it out on Prince Vegeta instead.
Yeah, but so Broly, however, throughout the course of the movie has been rebelling against Paragus' mind control to the point where it no longer has any effect on him. So Broly sees Goku and he starts going through his Kakarot over and over and over again. By the way, guys, go check out I think his name is Vic Mongolia. He's the voice actor who plays Broly, and just search up Vic Mongolia Broly voice. I mean, there's the story that he tells, and it's really funny. But anyway, so Broly basically goes crazy, and we see him in his Super Saiyan form at first, and he's huge enough as it is. His muscles are enormous. He's also gained a few inches in height. But that all changes when his legendary Super Saiyan comes out, which according to the official Dragon Ball wiki, literally bursts forth from his flesh.
Oh, that means Broly had two people literally living inside him.
Yeah, but so in this legendary Super Saiyan form, Broly's strength, speed, power, and agility, heck, you name it, increase dramatically to the point where he's able to effortlessly, to easily subdue a full power Super Saiyan Goku and Team Gohan, as well as the Super Namek and Future Trunks and Vegeta respectively.
All their punches, blasts, and everything they can throw at him without a scratch. And also, he took a full punch to the face and was completely unaffected.
Even more impressive, he took a full-on, full-power Kamehameha from Goku and didn't even flinch.
He even stopped Goku while he was in the middle of firing it and knocked him out. And then when Vegeta saw Broly uppercut Goku in the face, that set Vegeta off, buying Goku some time to regain some strength before Broly took him out. And through sheer force of will, Goku kept getting back up, proving that no matter how much stronger you are than me, you won't beat me.
Yeah, so
and then Goku Broly just toying around with Goku, just getting some fun before he kills him. Starts playing around, beating him up like he's some kind of rag doll and stomping on him until Piccolo, Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta send all their strength to Goku, giving Goku the strength to beat him.
Okay, so and an interesting little thing I found about the ending of this movie in particular is the fact that the whole energy transfer thing is kind of akin to the Spirit Bomb, because all of the Z Fighters basically end up giving their energy to the Spirit Bomb, which is used by Goku and which ultimately which more often than not defeats the main villain. That's kind of akin to this ending. Okay, so Juels, you want to pick it up with the sequel to Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan?
Okay, and Broly the Second Coming, Broly was frozen in ice, which just so happened to crash to Earth, and Earth has the worst luck. Anyway.
Oh, believe me, it does.
but we digress. Goten and Trunks just playing around, just stumbles upon it, seeing Broly in it. Broly opens his eyes, he wakes up, sees Goten, mistakes him for Goku, because Goten and Goku look just alike, except Goten's
Only that
kid.
Goten is like a kid version of Goku.
Yes, so he sees Goten as Goku because of the hair. He goes Super Saiyan, breaks free, and decides, okay, Kakarot round 2, unaware that that's just his son. Even if he did know, he wouldn't care.
Oh, and the recurring running gag is the fact that, for those of you guys who don't know, nearly every single Saiyan's name is derived from a vegetable. So, for example, when the word Kakarot's brought up, you can obviously tell that if you translate it to Japanese, it's Kakaroto, which means well, the point is that it means carrot. Vegeta, vegetable, radish, stuff like that. All that fun stuff. Sorry, man. Go on ahead.
Aside from vegetables, when Broly starts pounding away at them, Videl shows up to the rescue. But due to Videl's efforts, she's also no match. Of course, she's human. Of course, she's not gonna be on his level.
So Gohan basically. Also, guys, this is the first time I don't really know if this movie was released before the Great Saiyaman Saga or just after the Cell Saga, but for me, when I first saw this film, this is the first time I'd ever seen Gohan as an adult. Okay, I guess you could say he was still a teenager, but he had an adult body.
Mm.
So
yeah, but there was one funny moment when Broly was about to tear Trunks in half, Trunks peed himself.
Oh my god!
Landed on Broly's face.
Yeah, but that only serves to piss Broly off even more, and he slams Trunks into the ground.
Hey, what did he expect? He's fighting little kids.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, if you think about it, Broly lived in seclusion for the majority of his life.
True.
Of his life, so he doesn't really know what to expect from a little kid like Trunks. But anyway, so Gohan arrives and basically begins to fight Broly, and he actually, I mean, okay, so if you compare his showing in the first film to the one in this one, to the fight in this one against Broly, he actually fares a little better. Although granted he had to power up to his full power to even lay a scratch on Broly, but still. But I digress. So Gohan begins battle against Broly. Broly at this point is in his Super Saiyan form, and Gohan and him are about equal.
Until he goes legendary.
Which, once again, bursts from his flesh. I'm not kidding you guys.
I don't get how that's possible, but
I'm not kidding you guys. Type in Legendary Super Saiyan in the Google search, and then click on the one that says Legendary Super Saiyan - Dragon Ball Wiki. It has possibly every single bit of information that you guys would ever want about the Legendary Super Saiyan form on that site. But still offers no explanation as to why the form bursts from its flag. I mean, come on.
So does that mean he dies and immediately gets revived?
Oh, and another thing, guys. Broly's Legendary Super Saiyan form, basically, it's very similar to Trunks' Ultra Super Saiyan form. You know the one where he gets all buff and muscular to fight Perfect Cell with? The only difference is there's no speed loss. So yeah. So Gohan ends up powering up to, well, it's debatable whether or not he was Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 or not, but according to Quaman, he would absolutely have to be a Super Saiyan 2 if he were to even inflict damage on Broly in the slightest. But okay, so Gohan turns into a Super Saiyan 2 and Broly into his legendary Super Saiyan form, and Broly clearly has the upper hand after that. I mean, he gives Gohan a bear hug. He friggin' gives him a pile driver. He does basically, oh my god,
everything.
A lot of video game exclusive techniques.
And then when Gohan had no other option but to trick Broly into flying through lava, and while Broly gets caught in it, Gohan thinking that Broly's dead, collapses and rests on a piece of rock that's slowly going to slowly sinking into the lava.
I guess you
Gohan
could say,
would have.
I guess you could say Broly was on fire.
And while Gohan would have died if it wasn't for Krillin, seeing that Gohan was exhausted and tired when he was barely conscious, when he looked, he saw Piccolo, and when he regained consciousness, he saw Krillin. The only reason he thought Krillin was Piccolo is because Krillin was wearing Piccolo's outfit, saying that he always wanted to try it out. And then Broly rises up from the lava and blasts Krillin into the side of a mountain. Surprisingly, it doesn't kill him.
And
just knocks him
somehow
out.
Krillin is still alive.
Yes, it didn't kill him. It just severely damaged him and knocked him out. I mean, Broly should have put enough force to blow Krillin up.
I know.
But it didn't.
Yeah. So anyway, somehow Goku comes back to life.
Because
I have no idea how that's possible.
Well, Goten kind of unknowingly wished Goku back.
Well,
even though without, I don't know how he did without summoning Shinron, but he said, "I wish Dad were here." The Dragon Balls fell out of his bag and rolled together, glue, and then brought Goku there.
I know, but again, when Goten said, "I wish Dad were there," and the Dragon Balls glowed, Goku should have appeared at that precise moment.
Well, he kind of did. He just took his sweet time floating down.
I know, but that's just a little inconsistency on my part. Although granted, he still have a halo on his head and everything, but it was really nice. And this also, guys, that for those of you who have played the Budokai Tenkaichi game, this also gave rise to the family Kamehameha attack. So Gohan and Goten basically try to finish Broly off with the brothers
Kamehameha.
Yeah, with the brothers Kamehameha. But Broly fires his Omega Blaster, which is possibly one of the most powerful attacks in his arsenal, by the way.
And then Goku shows up, and then he do the family Kamehameha, but still is barely holding it back, because Broly keeps firing blasts into it, making it bigger.
But Trunks saves the day by firing a Ki Blast into the sphere, which somehow ruins the entire attack.
Yes, he fired 3 more, and they just got caught in the cloud of smoke. And that gave plot device. That gave Goku, Goten, and Gohan enough time to fully do a full force blast, thus blowing apart his Omega Blast and blowing Broly to bits.
And I guess Broly was basically forced into the sun, which really killed him. At least until we get to Bio Broly.
Which isn't really Broly, but a clone.
It's like...
Because some idiot found some of Broly's blood and used it to clone him.
Yeah, Bio Broly is like a clone of Broly, so I'm not really sure whether or not we should include it in this discussion.
Not really, considering that Bio Broly is severely weaker than the original.
Oh, believe me, and also, guys, I've watched that entire film from start to finish, and there's not a single line that Broly mutters where you can understand what he says. It's basically just a lot of grunts and groans.
Well, considering that he had chemicals spill all over him, you tried speaking after that.
Point taken. So yeah, guys, okay, so now on to Ivoltgaming questions. Sorry that it took so long to get this far, man, but I thought that we would do this way. So basically, is Broly overrated?
In my opinion, he's not. I don't think he is, because we haven't really get to see more of him, see him develop as a character. All we have seen so far is him as a mindless destroyer. We never get to see him have any other process of thought besides I want to kill.
Well, I mean, obviously he's overrated in power, because
on power, but not as a whole.
Because there's and honestly, like, we're kind of two of his fanboys because we like making up scenarios in which okay, so let's give you an example. Let's give you guys an example. Okay, so we had this little talk a while back while I was still at TV that Broly, if his powers continue to rise, he could have beaten I don't really know. He could have beaten the Super Perfect Cell. He could have beaten the Super Perfect Cell. But then again, that argument can be overwritten due to the fact that he only powers up a lot throughout the first movie, and his power just keeps increasing, but only because it's given time to rise. I mean, let's face it. If Broly's power wasn't given it,
what?
So if Broly didn't have any time,
there was nothing in there to clean up.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was talking to my mom.
Oh, well, okay. So I mean, let's face it. Okay, so let's say. Let's say that Broly. Let's say that in order to get to Perfect Cell's power level from his legendary Super Saiyan form, it would take Broly about 5 minutes. Okay, so if Broly and Cell were to go down in a battle, Cell would take him out immediately.
Or probably would have absorbed him for his power.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, we never see him need to absorb anyone in his perfect form.
True. Except for in GT, when Goku went to the underworld, he absorbed him for his power. It was never canon to begin with, but then Goku somehow managed to get out.
Well, yeah. Non-canon abilities aside, Perfect Cell would pretty much demolish Broly. I mean,
if he hadn't reached his full potential.
Wait, what?
I said if he hadn't reached his full potential.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Broly has a potential, man. Because,
something I wanted to know. In the first Broly movie, how did Piccolo get there?
I don't know. He said that he took a spaceship, but I doubt it.
But how did he know they were in need of help and where to go?
I don't know. Honestly, I think
he wasn't there.
In one of the movies.
I mean, the only people who got on the ship were Krillin, Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, Master Roshi,
and Yajirobe. No, actually, no, not Yajirobe. I'm thinking Revenge of. I'm thinking The Return of Cooler. Yeah, but honestly, to answer your question, Ivoltgaming, Is Broly overrated? Yes and no. I
Yes,
mean,
he's overrated in power. No, he's not overrated as a character.
well, and I agree with you there because, okay, so I'd hate to do this to Broly's voice actor, but they need to make a third movie in which Broly has some actual character development.
And actually has dialogue other than screaming, grunting, and Kakarot.
Oh yes, especially. I mean, honestly, like you could make the, because you can make the argument that Broly is the strongest being in Dragon Ball Z, but the only way to back that up is by giving Broly time to actually build his power up. So, for example, let's say that Broly went into a battle with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Let's just say that. Super Saiyan 3 Goku would demolish Broly in an instant.
Just considering that Goku had so many years to train and increase his strength, that Broly would Broly's never trained. He's just relied on his pure strength alone. So he's never trained, never heightened his power. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku would have, Super Saiyan 2 Goku would have taken him down.
Super Saiyan 2. Oh yeah, I see that. I can see that.
Yes, and even especially Super Saiyan God would have.
Oh my God,
he would have wrecked Broly as Super Saiyan God.
Oh my, yeah. There's some false rumors going around that Broly will make a return in Dragon Ball Super, but honestly, it would be nice for him to be official canon. But I don't really know what purpose he would honestly play. I don't know if he's in his origin.
Man, and also, I don't know if they'll actually allow Broly to go Super Saiyan 3 in that.
Oh, you mean Vegeta?
Well, both Vegeta and Broly.
Oh, yeah, good point. Although Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly are Rage and Blast game exclusive. So, yeah, guys, but at the end of the day, I mean, Broly, the question of him being overrated is 50-50. 50% on the character side. Yeah, like 50% on the character side, 50% in terms of his powers.
Yeah, so you can't really judge Broly just based on his power alone. You can get to look at him as a character in whole.
It's like the theories don't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, don't judge a Broly by his powers.
Yep.
So, guys, that has been our video for today. I hope you guys have found this video interesting, and hopefully we answered your question the way you wanted it, Ivoltgaming. Also, guys, please leave your request in the comment section below, and me and Juels will have a discussion about it.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And remember, as we always say, to have a great day, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Without further ado, I'm Dragon900.
I'm Juels.
And we are out. Peace. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Later.